Hey everyone, this is Snark with Snark's Domain, and we're going to test out another putty today, or apply it on the card. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's... oh, that's out of focus. Shoot. Let's bring that right up here. Luxianzi Thermal Putty. It says it's rated at 4 watts per meter Kelvin, and I think it's, I'm pretty confident it's made by a different manufacturer, and yeah, I think it's just a rebranded container, which is not a bad thing. If that's the case, that might be good, but it is the 4 watt stuff. So if it's made by Helmseye, which I'm not saying it is for sure, but possible, then it's probably going to line up with HY 204 and 234. So we'll find that out one way or the other when we go to test it. And if it is the same, it'll be interesting to see how close its results are with the other putties that are similar. So I bought a new driver set, and I'm going to use both, but I wanted a different set for travel, and I love the iFixit kit that I normally use. It's great. I just wanted something with like a lid that would actually kind of, with the hinge clamshell closed, and that's what this does. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to lose the screws. Then again, it's actually magnetic, so I wouldn't lose the screws. I'm pretty sure if I just do this, right, it can close like that. So it's going to be nice for the work trip I'm about to go on in a few days, and I'll be gone for a month. Yeah, this driver's pretty good. Oh yeah, I was supposed to loosen in a star pattern. Oops. It'll be all right. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good day. I just wanted to make sure all my like microphone and camera and everything was working, so I can record a video on my laptop I just bought. And I think everything's working out okay, but yeah, let me know if it seems like it's off. Hey Taylor, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so what did I have on here? I had shims. This is the Upsiren, the new putty, and it did really good with shims. Probably going to clean these up later. I don't spend too much time on the shims right now. This putty definitely has some good holding capability, but it's not too messy, surprisingly. It's maybe a little messier than, or as messy as Helen's Eye, I would say. It's pretty similar, but it actually cleans up pretty good. I'm still waiting for the retail version to arrive so I can officially test it. This one's just a pre-production sample as far as I understand, so there could be a couple little slight adjustments to it, but we will see. Semples, hey, how's it going? Zuber, we've got Zuber in the chat. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I haven't done a stream in a little while. I've kind of been preoccupied with like work and home life and stuff. So, plus every once in a while you need some downtime. You know, can't be batting 100% all the time. Not that I'm saying I was batting 100%, but sometimes you got to take a break. So I'm just scraping up the bulk of it, which that didn't take very long, I don't think, to get most of it. The trick with when you're doing shims is just not use very much putty at all. Just go minimalistic, and it'll be good. But yeah, clean this stuff up. Semples is saying, I wish Snarks had time to test every AliExpress thermal putty. We, you know, we're gonna totally test every thermal putty on AliExpress, I think. Yeah, I plan to do that. Some of that'll probably, what I think is going to happen is like I'll be gone for a month working. I'm going to probably bring some stuff with me that I could like maybe make a video, but I'm only going to make a video if I'm not going to make filler content. I don't think. I'd prefer, if I'm going to make a video or a stream or something, that it's like that I actually like want to do it, not just for making something, but that it has like some value. I mean, I could see making like a streaming, like a gaming stream, and like answering questions or just chatting, like kind of hanging out. That wouldn't be too bad. But we'll just kind of see what the internet's like over there in the staff house. And then when I'm on location, I won't be able to, like at a drilling rig, I won't be able to do anything because it'll be on cellular data. I'll have like 100 gigs, but it won't be very good internet. Most of the time, we're pretty far from town, so it's well, there's like decent, you can like send chat messages and stuff. I just don't think I could stream in like 4K or anything like that. So Ilubilu 69 sup. Yeah, not much, just kind of chilling, getting ready to go on a work trip overseas, and figured I'd better get in a couple videos or streams before I go. So that's the plan. Might even get another putty tested after this one before I go. It's possible. No promises on that. It just depends on whether it arrives. But I've got like a bunch of different packages coming from a bunch of different places. So we've got at least 3 putties on the way that are, as of yet, not officially tested. So got some Upsiren UTP4 Ultra Thin, the retail version coming, and then we've got some Hallenzi HY2010, which is the 10 watt rated thermal putty from Hallenzi that they just recently came out with. I didn't notice it for a while, and then all of a sudden, I think someone pointed out to me maybe a month or so ago, and I think I forgot about it, and then all of a sudden it was like on their site, and it just kind of, it was there, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta buy that. So, and then I've also got HY 218. Well, it's the the gray version of the 8 watt rated stuff, which I've been told is liquidy, like on too much on the liquidy side. So we'll see if that's the case when that arrives. I believe Igor's Labs has already got a test on that one, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it does on the card. Anyways, I'm mostly interested in the consistency. You know, if the 8 watt stuff, if it performs decent, you know, it'd be interesting to see just how thin it can get, and maybe it has a use case, or maybe it performs good, and who knows. I don't know if Igor got it from Hallenzi or if he got it from AliExpress or something. So okay, we got that. Mostly that's pretty clean, but we got some putty falling out of the way here. Let me get some gloves. I think that's in focus, hey? Maybe it was. Okay, we're just gonna mash this TGBP10 a little bit to soften it up, and then put it back in place. And I'm just gonna squeeze the sides of the TGBP10 here. But yeah, with the Asus laptop that I just got, I was doing all the before tests with it, and it's an okay laptop, but I don't know if I like it as much as my Gigabyte. The Asus laptop, for controlling it, like initially for some reason I was trying Armory Crate, and that didn't go well at all, which I'm sure there's several of you out there that probably have dealt with that software before. But yeah, then I read online and everyone was like, use G-Helper instead, so I did that, and it is very good for Asus laptops anyways. Works really well. Should we get a close-up while we're spreading the paste? Why not? Closer. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's try the microscope, maybe, hey? Is that gonna turn on for us? I don't know if it's gonna... I'm gonna have to move things around a little bit. Big old shuffle. Okay, I'll make that full screen here. Look at that core. Isn't that crazy how scratched up that is? Does that look bright enough for you guys? Hopefully that's okay. Okay, so this is how I spread paste. I'm shocked at how scratched that core is, though. Well, not shocked. I mean, we all know why. This card's been open a lot. For good luck, why not? And then we'll put a little dot in the middle as always. Kind of. That didn't... There we go. No, that's way too much. That's okay. The excess is going to squish out. But yeah, we got a microscope. Which I'll start using for more stuff. I'm going to turn that off now. And then turn the light off so we're not... going nuts there. And we're going to zoom back out. But yeah, fun new toy. Maybe it'll... oh, I've got a light that's off. There we go. Alright, let's do the putty. We're gonna try rolling it by hand first. And if that doesn't go well, then we can get a syringe out if need be. But I'm hoping it'll roll okay. Zoom out a bit more. I'm also going to do something different this stream. I'm going to try, like, when we get the card back together, I'll put it on the test bench, and the test bench HDMI is actually going into a capture card. And so I probably should have tested it out first, but okay, it's got a little like a plastic thing. You know, that's okay. This is interesting. You guys see that? How it would have been dispensed flat into the bottom, and then it like must have traveled at an angle. Maybe it got hot during shipping at an angle, and it started like drooping down into that corner. So wow, no, we're not hand rolling this at all. No, that's not gonna work. Let me get a syringe here. I think I've got one close by. Yeah, I actually can't find a new syringe, which is not ideal, but I'm just gonna reuse a different one. I think I'll be able to get it clean enough. Obviously, I didn't do all the prep work I was supposed to do. Kind of sucks. It looks like yogurt. It does look like yogurt. It doesn't smell like anything, because we don't actually want our putties to smell. That's usually a bad sign. So we're reusing the syringe that we used for the Putty Pro, because it was also pretty soft. I was thinking that this stuff was just going to be, well, I don't know. I thought it was going to be a bit stiffer. Not stiff. I thought it was going to hold together better, but that is not the case. Try and do this somewhat quickly. Tool. The forbidden strawberry yogurt. Grab Crunchy. Or Gab Crunchy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to eat this stuff. And yet, part of me would like to know what it would taste like, still. What's done here? Yeah, unfortunately I've got a box, one of those totes that's got a bunch of stuff in it right now, and I'm pretty sure inside that tote is where the syringes are, the new ones. But there's been like shifting stuff around in the basement, and yeah, I just don't want everything to come crashing down. So I'll have to tidy that up off stream. But yeah, the LTT screwdriver, it's pretty similar in a few ways to the iFixit one, but they made, actually I'll get them so you guys can see them side by side, might as well. So let's see, what do I usually use? I usually use this bit here. Okay, so the LTT is actually just a little bit shorter, and it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. But the bulk of the handle is actually a little bit wider for longer. And then this one's got more of that knurled finish, but this one still has the knurled finish. But if you've ever got screws that are deeply socketed, then the LTT does give you an extra 1/4 of an inch, which I don't know how often you're going to get where that's going to be needed, but maybe for like Dyson vacuums or something like that, where there's some screws that are embedded pretty far, it could come in handy. But then you still need dedicated tools sometimes, because every once in a while you'll find screws that are like an inch or two embedded into a small tiny hole, so you can't use like extenders necessarily. But yeah, is that too much viscous for a thermal putty? No, this is quite soft, like low viscosity, if anything, for a thermal putty. Yeah, I don't know. You know, if this stuff performs like even half decent on the lower end, I don't expect high performance from this. If they're labeling it as 4 watts, I don't think it's going to be up in the top of the chart. But we can measure this stuff. I don't know if I've got my good calipers. No, I'll have to measure it another time. I think that's lots, but we'll put a little scoop. Stuff is going to be lots of fun to clean up. Okay. So I know why this thing drooped now. It's like on the liquidy side of things, so that's why. Yeah, I was going to go back to this though. The swivel on the iFixit is good and has worked well, and I have no issues with the swivel. But the LTT is like a fidget spinner. It just keeps spinning. And it's got a cool little, like, I don't know. It's just fun to play with. So it's going to be a good travel kit for me to use when I work away from home here. Hope I don't lose it. That would suck. All right, let's move some stuff around here. It's looking clean. We might as well zoom in for this, that way you guys can watch the application. I think it was setting 3. We'll go 4. Might as well. Try and get that in better focus. I'm still stuck on, not stuck, but I'm using manual focus because I don't like the autofocus, like constantly strobing back and forth trying to find focus, so hopefully it's not too annoying for you guys. If it ever seems like really bad autofocus though, maybe just let me know. Just gonna wipe this one little paste spreader. Sorry, I just bumped the mic boom. Okay, we're gonna apply it with the right hand and chop it with the left. Ariel, OMG, how's it going? It's gonna work fine. I'll do that one last. So if you, well, who knows what this stuff performs like, but if you decide that you want to use this putty, from Luxianzi, then Luxianzi. Definitely get a syringe. You know, it'd be cool if this one works well, or like half decent, and if it measures really thin, which I'm going to assume it does have a small particle size. I'll probably add the particle size to, or the caliper measurement to the description once I get a chance to measure it. Or we could maybe find out right now, because I just found a set of calipers. And oh, the battery's, it's flashing. Let's see if we can quickly measure this. Okay, I'm going to tentatively say 0.02 to 0.025 maybe, probably 0.02. 0.1? 0.01? Okay, it gets really thin. That's actually thinner than most. That makes me believe it's more of a paste than a putty. I wonder if this is actually the... See, I feel like the 8-watt stuff that Igor tested from Helmseye was really liquidy, kind of similar to this, so I don't know. I'm not saying that this is from Helmseye, but it could be, based on the shape and size of the container. Okay, so that was 0.01 millimeters that we measured. We reshaped the TGPP10. That one's good. I'm not going to bother with that one. And we did paste. And we'll just do a final little wipe of the die, and then put the card together and get it on the test bench. And we'll run that for a few minutes with you guys. I'm not going to run it for 2 hours. I've got other stuff to do. I've got to start recording the teardown of the Asus laptop, so that's what I'm planning on doing after the stream. Yeah, this is looking good. The tilt test, it's not going nowhere. It's going to hold on. Romano Quattravingtons, welcome to the stream. I have uses UX Pro on my laptop. This putty is better than UX Pro. We're not sure. This stuff is untested. We're putting it on the test card. We're going to find out. Now, UX Pro is typically not the putty we recommend for laptops in general. What model of laptop do you have, Romano? Curiosity. Okay, cords look good. Get a package? Yeah, you want to open it? Can we grab that? What's that? Oh, should I open one and you could open one? What is it? What could it be? Got here. Ooh, we've got a NVMe copper cooler heatsink. Thanks, sweetie. You're a good helper.
Put your hand on it?
Yeah. You want me to too? You want to sit on my lap for a few minutes? Okay, we're gonna try, but you just gotta be careful. Daddy's trying to put it back together.
Put what back together?
The video card, that's what this thing is. Did you know that?
Oh, what happened?
Well, Daddy took it apart because wanted to test out some thermal putty on it. And so he did that. And now I'm, yeah, you want to spin it? Good job. You want to do another one?
Yeah.
I just want to start those. I don't want them to go in all the way. Okay. Just a sec. That's good. Okay, let's do one more screw. The Gab Crunchy says, "Hey Snarks, just wanted to say thanks. Your videos gave me the confidence to replace my laptop's thermal paste and putty for the first time. Appreciate the help content." Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're finding it helpful. It's always nice to hear when it works out good for others.
Should I talk?
You want to talk too? Yeah. You can say hello if you want.
Hello.
Good job. Okay, go ahead. Yep. See you later. That was my daughter. Going off to gymnastics, I think. Romano, you have a GX 550 LXS. I have put UX Pro VRAM on the RTX 2080. Did it, I'm not familiar with that, the GX. What brand that is? Is that MSI by chance? Different manufacturer. Like there's actually nothing like wrong per se with using UX. It's just it was on the stiffer side. Now, like I'm pretty sure the batch that you have is the slightly stiffer stuff, but it's still malleable enough. But a lot of laptops, a lot of people were struggling with it with laptops. So if you've got good results, then that's what matters most. Oh, it's Asus series. Okay. What are your? I mean, I'm not laughing at that. Asus laptops typically have thinner gaps than most other ones. It's actually why I just bought an Asus laptop, literally just to figure out what putties work, what putties don't work. So usually I recommend a thinner putty that uses smaller particles, and there's only a few good ones out there, including Helmseye HY206, which is or 236, which is this stuff. And then we've also got the Zezio ZTPY6, which I'm pretty sure is just rebranded Helmseye. And then the new entrant to thin putties is Upsiren UTP4 Ultra Thin, which can get to the same thin bond line that the others can. So, but most importantly, your laptop, are your core and hotspot temps good, or are you seeing like a issue with the CPU or GPU temps? Because some putties are harder to get good results and get fully compressed and still get that good core contact. So that's why I was mostly inquiring. Okay, we got the card back together. We're going to clean the PCI Express connector, which I always recommend doing. Yeah, Crunchy. By the way, I used UTP-8 and PTM 7950. It's a good combo, man. Definitely good combo. There's lots of good putties out there, and that one is quite good. And it kind of hits like a decent balance for price to performance for most countries. There are places where it's expensive. I'm just gonna plug the card in, and I'll be back with you guys in a moment. Well, technically I'm still here, I'm just out of frame. Okay, I've got that plugged in, and while that's starting up, we'll just do some tidying up here. But yeah, I do like this this LTT screwdriver. You know, just using the screwdriver for what it's meant for, I don't think it's better than the iFixit. The bits are, well, they're good quality with both, so I don't think there's any clear advantage. I will say I like the size and the number of bits that are in this one. I have a similar number of bits in the iFixit, but yeah, this one's like a little bit thicker. This one just has the magnets holding it on, which is totally fine actually for a bench kit. I like the smaller footprint of this one. You know, it's kind of nice having a light color foam. It makes it a little bit easier to contrast to see the front of the bit. Yeah, I can still see these ones fine. It's just that these are easier to make out. Probably even for you guys looking at the stream, you can kind of see the shape. Well, I guess you can see them here too, but the smaller ones, it's harder to recognize with that black background. I don't think that's any reason to buy one over the other, but yeah, just something I noticed. Those are for later. We'll have to clean those shims up after the stream, I think. Hotmail, ever use Thermal Putty for a Gen 5 SSD? Should I do it? Yes, you should. I haven't yet. I don't yet have a Gen 5 SSD. But I believe there are a few people in the Discord that have used it on a Gen 5. Works great as long as you're going to put a half decent aftermarket heatsink, like, I don't know, like a Sabrent rocket, which is just a really big lump of aluminum and copper heat pipes and stuff, or something like HRD or HR10 or HR9 from Thermal, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I think there's test bench 2, so we're gonna make that a little bit bigger. And I'm gonna move this keyboard up there a little bit more. This one. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. The old Saytech. That's what it's designated for, is Test Bench 2. And then I've got a mouse. Oh, you know what I should do? Let's do this right now. I don't need it way over there. I need to put this mouse over here. That's going to work way better. Get those putties out of the way for now. Okay, let's get Test Bench 2 back up here. So this is just using a... Ooh. Got confused there for a second. Which mouse I was using. Romano says, I've changed also CPU thermal liquid by thermal grizzly conducto and GPU by thermal cryonaut. Temps have dropped everywhere. Well, that's good. Hotmail, I'll be using the HR10. HR10. It's a very nice cooler. But I just recently got, if I can find it here. Pretty sure I just got it in this box. Oh. I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, never mind. It's at the bottom of the box. Okay, this one is not an HR10. Let me, I'm going to switch back here to the camera for a split sec. So I got one of these. This is really similar to an HR10. I bought it off AliExpress. It's like a Coolio CL SSD V2. But I saw it, I liked the look of it, and decided I was gonna get it. But it's really, well, I was gonna say it's similar. It's actually a bit different. Okay, that's just a stick-on branding plate. It's pretty trim. It's got the side slots, so you can adjust it and go as thin as you want for the cooler. But I was going to add this bit of info for you. Oh, that actually... Oh, cool. Okay. So you could either run it raw, or if you want the branded... you can peel the 3M and then stick it on. That's kind of a nice feature, not having that on there already. It lets you decide, and then you could always put this on later, and it's going to stick just fine. But what I was going to say is when you use pads, right, it's just on the top and the bottom. It looks like these are 0.5. Perfect. You want to go as thin as possible. So you can use like a thinner putty. But what I like doing is, putting the putty on here, whichever way you do it, but putting the drive on, and then putting some here and having a little bit squish around the edges so that you're thermally connecting the bottom plate to the actual bulk of the heatsink. Pads don't do that, right? The pads are just touching the top and the bottom, and it sandwiches it, and it's literally just like a metal-to-metal connection with mostly air. It's only making contact where you tighten the screws. It's going to like crimp in a little bit on both sides, but you're not getting a whole lot of thermal transfer between the metals. With putty, you can actually you could put a little bead of putty at the corners, and it's going to squish around and thermally connect these two. So I actually think for a double-sided SSD, putty is going to be far superior to using pads. You could just get some decent 0.25 or 0.5 millimeter thermal pads, and then and there's lots out there. I like putty though. It lets you do a few more things that pads can't. So just something to keep in mind. But for me, once I've converted to putty, I pretty much putty everything. So And there's quite a few of you out there that are now on the same trend. So, yeah. Anyways, thought I would, I don't know, you mentioned the HR10, so I figured I'd look at that for a split sec. While everyone else is patiently waiting for Test Bench 2 to start running. But here we go. Let's get it going. Oh, that's, I think that's the level that I had it at. The sensitivity for the card. So, I click on this, it should go to 85, which, pretty sure that's what that says. And then we go setting 5, so it's 59%. Power level, the RAM overclock, and the core underclock. We'll get HW info rolling. Oh, this is probably in 4K, so it's like making it look a little bit different than what I'm used to. There's a bit of input lag. Guess that's to be expected. Call this Luxianzi 4-watt putty. It's gonna bug me. With cap locks on. And we start a file or CSV file called etc hash. You guys are seeing how the sausage is made. And then I just double click on this, and then I go like so. I just set it up like this every single time. And then when the test is done, which I basically run this for 2 hours at least, right? We're going to use that second hour of data. Then when I come back, I just hit print screen, and I save both a picture of this, and I've also got the log file. The picture is mostly just for posterity in case anything happened. Right, and on this screenshot, at least I'm getting the temperatures and the wattage, and also the fan speed. So let's catch up on the chat here. Yeah, I guess that's got my whatever Ethereum address, but yeah, you're not gonna find much exciting on there. So I've changed this. Xeroxy? It's a cool name. Or 0 the 8th? Wait, that's 10. The 13th. Is that 0 the 13th or Xeroxy? I'm sorry for butchering your name at least twice there. Yo, what's up, my guy? Last time I seen you was in that comment section, Northwest Repair. Yeah, the family's good. Family's good, but we're kind of on the crunch, in a bit of a crunch now, because I'm going to be flying away for work to Saudi Arabia for like a month, and I'm going to be flying in like, today's Thursday? Oh my gosh, Sunday. That's wild. So just getting a few last things in before I go. Andric Tomeo, nice. First live I'm watching. Let me get some popcorn. Romano, I have to go. Thanks for your videos advice. Yeah, no worries, man. If you've run into any issues, Romano, you can well, it sounds like you got decent results, but in the future you can always join the Discord, and there's like tons of people there that'll help out if you ever need to troubleshoot thermals. So good to see you on the stream, and thanks for stopping by. Hot mail, I did see the Coolio on the AliExpress, but wanted the fast shipping on Amazon. Yeah, the removable cover is like kind of nice. Definitely. Shalom Adepoju. Hopefully I said that correct. Hey Snarks, great job as always. Thanks, man. So what are we looking at here? it's going to get a bit warmer, but so far we're at 84 Celsius on the VRAM current. It says 86 over here. I guess you guys can see this mouse, but not my main one probably. And we've got our ambient temperature sensors that are sitting an inch in front of the fans. And it's these top two for the GPU. That bottom one is in front of the CPU cooler. So average, 24 Celsius. And VRAM, I mean, that average is going to climb. I didn't reset the values or anything, but 86 over 24. So I'm just going to... Oh, I had the wrong mouse in my hand. Sorry. 86 over 24. So I'm just going to run the... I could do it in my head, but we're going to do it on the calculator because why not? 86 minus 24. And it's not going to get any colder. 62. So, yeah, off the top of my head, it's falling kind of in that range that the other 4-watt putties are. So, I guess I should look at what HY234 is like if it's liquidy as well. Got 256, 234. Okay, found the 230. And we're gonna make that. Going to let that run over there for a split second, and we're going to look at the HY234. It's got the... Let me get that into focus. Sorry, guys. It's got the hole punch there. Okay, you know what? Maybe they're similar, although this stuff looks hot pink in comparison. Just clean off the favorite thing there. And we'll open the Luxianzi stuff. Okay, that's probably oversaturated for you guys. But they definitely are different pinks. And this one looks like flamingo pink. And this one actually looks like a whiter, softer pink. So different color. Again, that's the Luxianzi stuff. It's sticky, runny, messy. And then the HY234 is tacky, and I could totally hand roll the 234. No problem there. So they're different consistencies. So yeah, I kind of wonder what's going on with that. But here I thought I thought I had a pretty good idea of like who made this one. Now I'm not sure. So. But we'll see how it ends up with the results. Either way, make that big again. So we still got 86. It was peaking at 88. That's the kind of the drawback of of Test Bench 2. Is that the memory temperature sensors are only showing in 2-degree increments, right? It'll be like 84, 86, 88. It'll never be 85. It'll never be 85.1. So it kind of hinders the accuracy. luckily I do run it for quite a while, and so we're kind of getting out some of that inaccuracy just by averaging it. But yeah, test bench 3, once we get rolling with that, which is hopefully pretty soon, I'll get back on the horse with that stuff, and then we will hit the ground running on some PTMs. So that'll be fun. I guess I'll show you guys this as well. I'm just gonna take that off there and get the manual focus going. But we've also got a thermal camera, and I'm able to, yeah, we'll see. So if I like type and stuff and then take my hand away, you can see where my fingers are. And this is gonna be cool to play with when I'm showing the application of PTM and why I rub my finger on it for a while and then take my fingers away. So, plus if I ever get into proper repair stuff, then it'll come in handy. So yeah, we got some toys and microscope. We've got thermal camera. It's gonna be we're trying to make better content for you guys, and I am kind of looking into learning how to solder properly. So with electronics, we'll see how that goes. It's I'm definitely pretty rusty from grade 10 electronics class, so it'll be a learning curve, but I think we'll be able to do some basic stuff, I would hope. That's the goal. I want to be able to replace those 8-pin PCI Express power connectors on my GPU. So actually, let's take a look at that and see what the voltages are at, because that is kind of the issue with that. So BISC input. So we got an 8-pin here at 11.6, 11.6, and the rail is fine at 12 volts. But these are going to be, that's low, and that's only 182 watts. Once I do the Furmark test and the Kapow test, it's probably going to dip down to the 11.5, 11.4, somewhere in there. So, yeah. Shalom Adepoju. Hey Snarks, great job as always. Quick question, what's your routine when you want to repaste with PTM 7950? I mean, do you need new pad every time? Well, good question. That's a solid question there. And you've got like different options. Like if you have a lot of PTM, there's nothing wrong with replacing it and putting a new one on. But you don't have to. You can totally reuse it if you want to. So what I do to reuse it, and there's a couple different ways you could do it. You could just take the little bits off the edge and pile them up in the center, and then mount the heatsink or cooler and start it up. And it's going to be a little bit hotter initially, because you're going to be a lot thicker. What I like to do is I take the melty bits around the edge that have like reformed and solidified there. I pile them up in the middle, and then I'll like, let's say this is the die, hypothetically, right? We're gonna zoom in here too. I would I don't. Okay. We're gonna use our imaginations here. You guys have got good imaginations, I'm sure. Okay, let's say this is like the die or the CPU or GPU. We'd take all the bits, and you're just gonna have to pretend here with me, but you pile the bits up in the middle, then you put a piece of tin foil over top, right? So we'll put some pretend tin foil over top, and then you get another flat piece of metal, or like a butter knife or something, and you heat it up with a lighter, and then you press it down at like a hot iron. You're not going to be holding onto it like vice grips or whatever, or like a bent butter knife, and you're going to like melt and press down on the tin foil and flatten that PTM, and it's going to sit there. Then you let it cool, right? Because you've got it really hot, and then you just slowly peel backwards, and you'll be left with a nice flat layer of PTM 7950 or whatever PCM phase change material you're using. And that's a good way of reusing that stuff. I've done it, let's see, well, I've done it a few times, but I did it on my Gigabyte laptop. I need to edit that video and then upload it. But I'm also going to be making a video of just like tips and tricks for phase change, condensed into hopefully just like a couple minute, like it doesn't have to be a long video, and then people can kind of see what I've been doing. Lots of different ways to do it, but I think I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve with it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Let's go back and see what Test Bench 2 is doing. Let's see, we're 14 minutes in to the test, and it's bouncing between 86 and 88. Yeah, I'll run it for 2 hours, and then I'll do the other 2 tests. Let's hypothetically say it ends up at 87 minus 24.8. You know, it's gonna still be in that 62 range, so, which is where do I have the full chart? 62 delta. Yeah, okay, it's gonna just end up, you know, it'll be in here. It'll be right next to OCP10, probably maybe the HY234, roughly in there. Those are 63 too, 63. I was moving the mouse, so yeah, I think it's going to be right at the bottom, or the upper bottom, not the dangerous temperature ones, but the hottest acceptable in the 62, 63 range. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna close this, and I think we're gonna end it there for now. I need to basically crack apart this Asus laptop, and I don't think I'll be able to focus on it properly while doing it on stream, because I want the video to be like half decent quality. So this is supposed to be the new laptop thermal putty guide. So yeah, but hey, thanks for checking out the stream today. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. And yeah, oh, let's see, we got some questions here. Is there an issue if I touched one part of my PTM with oily hands? No, you're gonna be fine. I would still use it. I mean, it's not ideal to get tons of like fingerprints on it, but what I do is I take the PTM, I peel the one side off using stickers at the same corner on either side, you know, lay it down, leave the second film on until you're done everything else, do all of your putty. Just before you put the card or laptop back together, that's when you do second peel. And just like I showed there, right, when you're peeling the second peel, you know, put tape at the corner. I cut it 70% of the die, so go smaller than the die. That's my advice. When you go to peel, don't pull up, peel it back towards the other one. Make it like a really violent curve. If you pull it up, it's going to want to pull up and lift up on you, and then that's not ideal. So looking forward to the video. Golly gee, I'm so grateful, Hombre. Couldn't get an answer from anywhere. GG's, man, you're the best. Hey, and there's if you guys want, join the Discord. There's lots of this info on there already. You can like search the pinned messages, and I've got kind of a few PTM applications that I do. I did one like one-handed vertically, and it worked out fine. So yeah, thanks for joining the stream, and I will catch you guys on the next one.